Hey, what's up? I'm on another run, and there's a couple things I'll notice about me. Number one, I got this fancy new AirPod headphones, which is awesome. My parents got me those with the help of my sister and her fiance, which is very, very nice. They ordered them online from Walmart, which is fantastic. They work great, and I love them, and I listen to podcasts every day of my life, like a compulsive weirdo. So I think it's probably my favorite gift I've ever gotten ever, because I constantly lose headphones, and I think I know people report losing these frequently, but I think that because I think they're so valuable, I will not lose them, because I will keep good track of them and make sure they stay in my pocket and make sure they stay with me at all times. Right now I'm on a run. We just ate lunch though, and I feel very sick to my stomach. I really want to find a bathroom so that I don't, shit my pants in the fucking park, which would be bad. And I don't know. Last night, I talked to my parents about this living situation and about how I don't know if it's going to be viable for me. Just because I think I am so different than my sister and her fiance, and I think we have very different values. And I told them, when I originally got here, I was excited to talk to them and figure out, what they find important in life, and talk about how I think that I find different things important than they do. And, with the idea that, hopefully I could bring them around to my way of thinking. But right now, I think the opposite is true. I think that it's more likely that I will come around to their way of thinking than they will come around to mine, which is scary to me, because I think that, your thoughts become who you are. And, hi, buddy. It's adorable. So it really scares me. In these past couple days, I've started to fight with my family, and I've gotten really defensive, and I automatically assume the worst about other people. I assume that when they say something that's meant to be a joke, I assume that it's this comment that's supposed to cut at me, and it does cut at me, and I allow it to cut at me, and I hate that. I hate that about myself, and it makes me feel like a kid, because I don't know, it just reminds me of how I used to act as a child, and how I used to be perceived as a child. And I think I was always perceived as this negative, spoiled kid that was lazy and would sit inside and watch cartoons or play video games while everybody else was working outside. And I'm just nervous that by staying here and by living so closely with somebody that still views me in that way, I'm going to revert back to that person, because I think the thing that gets to me about that is that I used to be that, I used to care more about watching cartoons and playing video games than, helping with things that needed to be done. But I don't know, I think that's kids, kids do that. That's part of being a child. So I don't know. I just think that I had a conversation yesterday with my parents, and it's like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here as fast as possible. And I knew that coming here, but I don't think I understood the urgency in which that truth is very prominent. I need a job, and then I need an apartment. Even today, talking about this interview that I have tomorrow, there's a conversation about how the company is smaller than a lot of the other companies out here. And I communicated that I was really excited about that, because it's a company that I believe is going to, it's a wedding company, and I think they do video and they do wedding arrangements. So I was excited that, it's the idea of constantly doing, like, the sales portion excites me, you know, when it's like you get to go and meet new couples and convince them to use this service every couple of days. That excited me. The idea of creating wedding videos and photography for this company, and actively, you know, telling the same story over and over and over again until you can make it perfect, you know, until you can master the shots that you need and you know all those things, and, you know, communicating with the couple, figuring out exactly what they want. I think that if you spend time doing that, you're gonna become a better person, and it's gonna make you better at everything, you know. So I hear that and I'm really excited about that, and then talk to my family members about that, and they you know, the first thing they said is that company's so small, I'm probably not likely going to make very much money. And they're not wrong, you know. And my dad is saying, okay, I need to work for Napa Auto and do marketing for them. And I'm trying to communicate to him that, you know, those productions, those commercials are huge multi-person set commercials with tons and tons of staff, where you don't get to make any creative choices on that team. You get to hold the camera or the boom pole. And I just think that I want more out of my life than that. And you know, the other thing is that I'm a hypocrite. You know, it's like I bet I could get that job and learn to love that job, but like they're saying, it's like, you know, they want me to get a high-paying job that I care deeply about. And I understand that. And so I guess their concern is that it's not high-paying enough and that I don't know what I'm doing and I'm foolish and young. And they're right about those things. They probably are right about those things. I'm very young and I'm probably very foolish because I haven't had as much life experience as any of them. But I don't know. Yeah, I think I get insecure because I think they don't trust my choices and they don't trust my decisions sometimes, and they make that very clear. You know, they make decisions and they make plans without consulting me, and that's fine. Like, I understand that. You know, for a long time in this organism, I was perceived as the child that does the ride along, you know, not an active critical thinker. So I don't know. And you know what, that's probably, in a weird way, I think that because I was perceived that way, I think it made me pursue those things even more. So I shouldn't be upset about that. You know, I should appreciate the fact that, you know, shaped who I am, I think. But yeah, you know, I think my sister just naturally receiving so much attention because she's so extroverted, I think that caused me to act out in ways and get attention in new ways and different ways. And I think that led to me doing things like theater and singing, and I think that is what, you know, made me want to be the person I want to be. Someone who adds to a community, someone who is appreciated and who appreciates other people wholeheartedly, not fake, but with every part of your being, someone who's welcoming to someone else. That's really, like, I think that's the most important thing that you can do. So I should be appreciative of that and how that's in my path. And you know, maybe I'm a hypocrite because I get angry. I don't know, these past 2 days I've been more angry and upset than I've ever been. Hi, squirrel. Look at that squirrel. I could have reached out and grabbed that squirrel. He walked 2 feet in front of me. I don't know. I appreciate everything that my sister and her fiance have offered me. I don't think I would have ever come here without the support of that. I really do wholeheartedly appreciate it, but I just think that staying here is going to cause me pain that I don't think any of us foresaw. So I don't know. That's my goal right now, is to get a job that I find meaningful. And honestly, any form of a salary is going to be way more money than I've ever made in my life. So I really don't think there are any bad choices right now. And I think that, you know, fear of missing out is so silly. So The idea that I'm gonna fuck up and get some job that pays super low is just ridiculous. And I don't know. I'm excited, and I'm not gonna let other people make choices for me, because if I do that, then that's a true way to be miserable. So let other people write your own story. So I'm gonna pick up the fucking pen and go find a job that I love, or one that sucks and that I learned to love over time. But not gonna let anyone make that choice for me. So that's part of being a man, I think. But okay. Other things. I got a ton of new clothes today. I am so grateful to my parents and to my sister, honestly, and to Connor for buying me so much stuff. They really, really, really went all out. I got so much shit, and it was awesome. I think that's Jamie right there. No, it's not. Everyone down here looks exactly like Jamie. I understand why she wants to live here. But I don't know. I feel like I got a whole new. How you doing? I feel like I got a whole new wardrobe, which is really cool because I look like a slob all the time. Even getting looks on this pathway as I talk to my phone. So that's great. I think that'll go a long way. I think Connor's haircut that I'm going for on Sunday is gonna also help that front. I'm working right now to hopefully, become more physically healthy, physically fit. Getting a job, getting a new apartment. That's good. Other things that are weighing on me. I don't know. I think I'm just, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put finding someone I care about and finding a relationship. I'm gonna put that on a back burner, because before I do that, I don't want to form connections in a community with someone who has to be my partner, because if we break up, then all of those connections and all of that community goes away, or it becomes more complicated and more weird, and I don't want that to happen. So I think I need to make that a priority too, is making connections in the community and finding friends and making friends. So I don't know. Number 1, job. Number 2, live on my own. Number 3, friends. Number 4, improve my physical appearance. And number 5, I think, is just maintain a lifestyle that's productive and meaningful, and one that I'm actively trying to improve myself, because that's all you can do. Okay, I'm done now.